Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Bashem Rakhakwadash, my name is Jacobo from Plaintables Camp. The apostle just aired a few minutes ago. So this is not a good look for Harris. I don't know which direction he's going to go in, but he's saying it's not making Harris look good. This is the Tribune. I don't know what Tribune, but it could be propaganda. I don't know. Let's see.
So you have here Kamala Harris from the Tribune. Kamala Harris criticized for $750 each, or I guess to a family, aid to Hurricane Helene victims as Trump raises millions. Kamala Harris faces backlash over a $750 relief for Hurricane Helene victims, while Trump's fundraiser raises millions. And I would guess he's raising millions for the victims. Vice President Kamala Harris is currently facing criticism after announcing that not 750,000, not 7,500, but only $750. That's not, you can't even pay the rent pretty much nowhere in America for a studio. Would be provided to Hurricane Helene victims through federal aid. So it's looking bad for her and Trump. It's looking good for Trump. And if she becomes the new queen of Babylon, there will be a civil war, in my opinion. I'm not pushing for one, but based upon, if you drive a car with enough gas to go 5 miles and you plan to go in 10 miles, I guarantee you're not gonna make it to the 10 miles. So if she becomes, queen of heaven, say during a visit to Augusta, Georgia, one of the hardest hit areas, Harris revealed the financial relief. Meanwhile, the migrants are getting billions. Ukraine is getting billions. Israel gets billions every year since they got over there, the land of Israel. A relief which will be, you get your head blown off and somebody offers you a Band-Aid. That's what she pretty much did, which will be distributed via FEMA. The aid is intended for immediate food needs and further support available for long-term damage and other 700. Your house is gone. You come back to where your house is and it's gone. The river done took it. It's gone. And other losses. The announcement followed the Biden administration's declaration of Georgia as a disaster zone on October. If it's a disaster zone, if it's a disaster area, they need major. We're talking about hundreds of millions, even maybe billions. Meanwhile, you got them sending aid to Ukraine and helping the migrants. So if she becomes a president, then you know why. So let me do this here. Okay, she shouldn't be president because she's a woman. And none of you Jake men should be voting for her.
The precept the apostles reading is 1 Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, because the head of the household is man. Then Eve is the helpmate and servant of Adam. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in a transgression, meaning she was deceived by the serpent. And then Adam was deceived by the woman. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
I don't allow a wife to teach or to control her husband. Now you can read that in the King James if you want. So a woman's not supposed to be in a seat of authority. Okay, let me give you one more. And then, I'll vote for Trump. You can't vote for Trump. Trump is an Edomite. One of the Caesars back in the day. Nero. Deuteronomy 17:14. When thou art come unto the land which Yahweh thy power give thee. He gave you this land to be a slave. This is the land. This is the land that was given. This is America is part of the land of Canaan. That's why the northern tribes knew to come here. So this is part of our land too. And shall possess it, and shall, let's talk about Israel, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the other nations that are about me. 15 verse. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh the power shall choose. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh the Most High shall choose, one from among thy brethren. Trump is not from among our brethren. And it said brethren, not sistren. Shalt thou set king over thee, and thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not of thy brother. Brother is a man, masculine. Now this is a cut for Nate, but he shall not multiply houses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. Now what does that mean? Brothers break this down the wrong way. It says nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. In other words, you got sellouts out there that'll get, the horses represent gifts. You got these sellout leaders that'll sell your people out. So that's what that's talking about. I don't wear jewelry or anything like that. I'll look at my smartphone. I say, yeah, I got to go somewhere. I don't want to talk to the guy no more. I don't have to sit down and have a debate. I shouldn't have to bend over backwards and do flips in the air to make you understand this truth. I shouldn't have to entertain you for this truth. You got a lot of guys that totally knocking you. You got guys with music in the background. What, you're not committing a sin, but I don't put music. I used to do that. I don't put that shit in there because I'm giving you the straight skinny. Somebody asked for directions to get to a particular place. I'm not going to say, hold up, brother, let me put the right music. Hold up, let me put the right song on while I'm giving you these instructions. So I'm giving you instructions, but you hear music in the background. Is that going to make him get to his destination quicker? No, you just come straight out and you say shalom, praises to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Rakah Kodash, and you go right into it, man. That's it. You got a lot of these guys, like IUIC, a lot of these people that come into the thing is because of what? It's because of the gimmicks, man. Niggas like pageantry. Okay, so the Most High set up the prophets not to become super rich. It said, neither, this is for the king, shall the king multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away, neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. And it shall be, when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom, that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book out of that which he before the priests, the Levites, and it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life. So guess what? What is a king? A king is a supreme Levite. So why is the Most High telling me you got to get a copy of the law and he got to read it every day. You got to read the law every day. How many of you guys out there reading the law every single day? None of us. None of us. You know? But anyway, you know, based upon this thing, now she's going to have to, let me see something. I got to find that page again. Now she's going to have to answer to this. This is you got a guy with his arm chopped off and you giving him a bottle of water. Oh, here, this will help you. Or you giving him a Band-Aid. And she looks like she doesn't even want to be there, man. She doesn't look presidential. She doesn't you know that there's strings pulling her back. He got strings in his back too, but he does a lot of his own things, but he's an insider too. All right? Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. I said I was going to make this short. On to the next. Shalom.
All right, so yeah. So I'm going to look this up. So I searched it, and this is one of the articles I found. I don't see a statement that she made that how much she raised per person or the total amount or how they even got to $750 per person. The Daily Signal. It says Kamala Harris raised money in California as hurricanes Helene wreaks havoc. Yeah, I don't know how they're getting that number. How much I put in? How much money did Kamala Harris raise? I mean, it's all probably propaganda. You know, they're playing a big game. They're using these disasters to flex and make you hate the other person or like the person that's raising the money. So, from what I found, how much money did Kamala Harris raise for? Let's see, put that in. Kamala Harris fundraise. Well, Kamala Harris visits Georgia hurricane. Hurricane Helene brings climate change. It's not answering what I asked for. How much money is FEMA giving to hurricane victims? All right, so the Kamala, Biden administration may be going the FEMA route. They're going to get assistance through FEMA. All right, so that's Louisiana. So here's the centerpiece right here. When you read, it says that Harris revealed the financial relief which will be distributed via FEMA. The aid is intended for immediate food needs, with further support available for long-term damage and other losses. The announcement followed the Biden administration declaration of Georgia as a disaster zone October 1st. So that's what it is. You know, it was the $750 for food, and then further support coming will be available for long-term damage and other losses. So yeah, there's some propaganda in there. All right, because they're framing it as if the Biden administration or Harris administration, depending on how you look at it, that's all they're going to get is $750. So, well, you just read what I read. X. All right, so that's it. That's what they reported. $750 for food, and then they're going to, according to what's being read here, going to more money and resources will be available. All right, so that's it. Yeah, I think it affected the whole South. Let me see, hurricane victims map. Okay. So that's how we were affected. So it pretty much affected all this area here. So whatever amount the total she raised, but they're in the government, so they have FEMA to bring relief to those affected areas. And Trump technically is not a part of the government, so he's raising GoFundMe money. So It's propaganda. They're just using different things to, ways to fight each other in the media. All right, they're gonna get help or they're not gonna get help from either one. So, Biden administration has FEMA on this side. Trump on the crowdfunding route. Hope that was edifying. Until the next lesson, shalom.